Hi, good morning, students. Welcome to our online class. In the previous class, we were discussed about one of the important chapter in geography, that is Indian land resources. But in this class, we are going to discuss about one of the important chapter in political science, that is Indian foreign policy. Okay, unit number two, Indian foreign policy. In this chapter, we are going to study detailedly about foreign policy of India and its importances and nature of Indian foreign policy and about Panchashila principles and about non-aligned movement, disarmament and anti-apartheid policy. Okay, it is a very important chapter. From this chapter, two questions compulsory comes. Okay, so introduction to Indian foreign policy. See, first, why why should a country have its own foreign policy? What is the use of it? Everything we should know. Okay. Before that, we should know the meaning of a foreign policy. What is foreign policy? A foreign policy is a policy which helps to deal with other countries. Okay, foreign policy means a policy which is useful or which is used to deal with other countries. Okay, foreign policy is a policy which is useful to deal with other countries. It means in order to have political relations, commercial relations, or commerce and trade relations, military relations, and other relations also. Each and every country should have their own foreign policies. Otherwise, it is not possible to deal with other countries. It means it is not possible to have trade and commerce relationship with other countries, political relationship with other countries, or military relations with other countries. Okay, so in order to have all these relations legally, every country should have their own foreign policies. Okay, so in this chapter, we are going to study about how different countries interact with other countries and the type of relationship they try to maintain is needed. Okay, in this chapter, we are going to study about how different countries interact with other countries and what type of relationship they have. Okay, and why it is need to maintain that foreign policy. Okay, because in this world, without having a relationship with other countries, it is not possible to survive to any other country in the world. Okay, in any other countries in the world, because in the human life also, it is not how it is not possible to without having relationship with other countries to live in this world like that. To the in case of countries also, it is not possible to survive without having relationship with other countries. Okay, so in case of individual's life, okay, just like an individual who cannot live alone, country cannot live in isolation. Being as a human being, it is not how it is not possible to live without having relationship with any other person like that. In case of countries also, it is not possible to live alone. Okay, hence every countries need to have a foreign policy to regulate its interaction with other countries. Okay, why? Why should countries have their own foreign policy? Every country needs to have a foreign policy to regulate its interaction with other countries. Okay, in order to control over trade and commerce, political relations, and military relations, every countries need to have a foreign policy to regulate its interaction with other countries. Okay, it's very important. Why should every countries have their own foreign policy? Every country should have their own foreign policy in order to uh, regulate its interaction with other countries. Okay. First, every country should have their own foreign policy in order to have trade and commerce relationship, military relationship, political relationship, and any other relationships. Next, in order to regulate its interaction with other countries also, we should have our own foreign policy. Okay. If a country cannot have its own foreign policy, means it is not possible to control over its interaction with other countries. Illegal business takes place. Okay, so that's why in order to regulate its interaction with other countries, each and every country should have their own foreign policy. Okay. In the world, total 200 countries are there. In the world, 200 countries are there, of which few countries are very strong. Okay, in the world, total 200 countries are there, in which few only few countries are very strong. Most of the countries are weak. Okay. Uh, Here, some countries, especially the strong countries, have their own foreign policy, and other countries also have their own foreign policy. So that's why every sovereign country has its own foreign policy, especially sovereign country. Okay, every sovereign country has its own foreign policy. Then what do you mean by sovereign country? Sovereign country is a country that which is not under any other country's control, either internally or externally. Okay, sovereign country means sovereign country is a country which is not under control any other countries with internally or externally. Okay, that is the meaning of foreign policy. Here you are read as well. Sovereign country is that country which is not under any other country's control, either for internal or external issues. That is the meaning of sovereign country. Okay, every sovereign country has their own foreign policy. Then, what do you mean by sovereign country? Sovereign country is that a country which is not under any other country's control, either by internal or by external issues. Okay, it means independent country. Sovereign country means independent country. Okay. It's an important point to note the India had its own foreign policy before independence and after independence also. It is an important point to note that India has its own foreign policy before independence and after independence also. Okay, before 1947, India has its own foreign policy, and after independence also it has its own foreign policy. India has been considered as one of the major countries of the world with its huge population. Already you know, India is one of the major countries of the world with its huge population. Okay, India is one of the major country in the world with its huge population in the world. India stands in second position only after China. Okay, in population. Yes, India is considered as one of the major countries of the world with its huge population and also with its natural resources, with its military power and intellectual and industrialized capacities. Okay, India is one of the major countries of the world with its huge population, with its natural resources, with its military power, intellectual and industrialized capacities. India is one of the few countries in the world who pursue their own foreign policy. Means India has prepared its own foreign policy. Okay, in the world, only few countries have prepared their own foreign policy. Among them, India is also one of the country. It prepared its own foreign policy. Okay. India became a republic in 1947. Already, you know. As an independent country, India wants peaceful coexistence with other countries of the world. Already, you know, India got its independence in 1947. Before independence and after independence also, India wants to have peaceful coexistence with the other countries. Okay, it means India wants to have friendly relations with other countries. Following are the important aims of foreign policy of India. So first year meaning you get meaning of foreign policy. Foreign policy is a policy which helps to deal with the other countries. Okay. Foreign policy is a policy which helps to deal with the other countries. Okay. Just for one mark you write like this. Okay. Next, what are the major aims of Indian foreign policy of India? Okay. Next, aims of foreign policy of India. First one, what are the major aims of foreign policy of India? First one, national security. What are the major aims of foreign policy of India? First one, national security. It means to provide national security. Second one, enriching national economy. Okay, enriching national economy. First one, national security. Second one, enriching national economy. Third one, spreading the cultural richness of our country in other countries. Okay. Third one, spreading cultural richness, spreading cultural richness of our country in other countries. Okay. First one, national security. It means to provide national security. Second one, enriching national economy in other countries. Okay, spreading cultural richness of our country, other countries. Next, by increasing the number of friendly countries and check the power of enemy countries. Okay. Fourth one, by increasing the number of by increasing the number of friendly nations, increasing the number of friendly nations or countries and check the power of enemy countries. Yes, by increasing the number of friendly countries and check the power of enemy countries. Okay, first one, to provide a national security, or just you write national security. Second one, enriching national economy, spreading cultural richness of our country in any other countries. Or if you want to write like this means to provide national security, to enriching national economy, to spreading cultural richness of our country in any other countries, and by increasing the number of friendly nations and check the power of enemy countries. And fifth one, achieving world peace and coexistence. Fifth one, achieving world peace and coexistence. Yes. Okay. Fifth one, achieving world peace and coexistence. Yes, these are the five Panchashila principles. Pancha means five. Okay, what are the major aims of foreign policy of India? Okay, here India has its own foreign policy and its major aims are as follows. First one, to provide national security, to enriching national economy, and third one, spreading cultural richness of our country in any other countries. Okay, it means the first one, to provide a national security. It means it is the responsibility of a government to provide security to its citizens. Okay, so that's why in order to provide a national security, we should have our own foreign policy. Next, second one, enriching national economy. It means to support to the agriculture, industries, trade, etc. Totally, in order to enriching our national economy, it means to provide job opportunity, to provide and create. First, to create and provide job opportunities to the citizens of the country and to encourage agriculture, to encourage industrialization. We should have our own foreign policy. With that, it's possible to enrich our national economy. Okay. Next, spreading cultural richness of our country in any other countries. It is a responsibility of the citizens. Okay, it means being as a citizen of the country, it is our responsibility to spread our cultural richness in any other countries. Okay, and the fourth one, by increasing the number of friendly nations or countries and check the power of enemy countries. Before having this foreign policy and after having also, India wants to have friendly relations with other countries. So that's why, in order to establish peace in the world, India is trying with UNO. Okay, India wants to increase the number of friendly nations, and with that, it wants world peace and coexistence. Already, India wants to have a friendly relations with other countries, and it wants to have peaceful coexistence with other nations. Okay. It's very important. Why? Many times Indian foreign policy is called as a Nehru's policy. Okay. For that, here answer is that. Okay. Uh, in the radio speech of September 7, 1946, in the radio speech of September 7, 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru outlined the foreign policy of India for the first time to the general public. It's very important. When did Jawaharlal Nehru outlined the foreign policy of India? September 7, 1946. Okay, in the radio speech of September 7, 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, outlined the foreign policy of India for the first time to the general public. It's very, very important. Okay. In the radio speech of September 7, 1946, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, outlined the foreign policy of India to the general public. Okay. This speech gave an indication of foreign relationship India is going to foster with countries like America, Russia, and China. For the first time in his radio speech, he gave an indication of foreign relationships India is going to foster with countries like America, Russia, and USA. Sorry, America, Russia, and China. It means for the first time after adopting its own foreign policy, India trying to have its own foreign relationship with America, Russia, and because on that time these are the most powerful nations of the world. So that's why for the first time after having its own foreign policy, India is trying to have foreign relationship with America, Russia, and China. Jawaharlal Nehru managed the foreign policies of India as an external affairs minister, apart from being the prime minister as well. Hence, many times the foreign policy of India is also called as foreign policy of Nehru. It's very, very important. Why? Our question may becomes like that. Why? Many a time policy of India is also called as foreign policy of Nehru. Or many a times the foreign policy of India is also called as foreign policy of Nehru. Justify the above statement. or analyze, maybe comes like that. So for that you have to write like this. Jawaharlal Nehru managed the foreign policy of India as an external affairs minister. Sorry, apart from being the prime minister as well. Okay, Jawaharlal Nehru managed the foreign policies of India as an external affairs minister. Apart from being an apart from being the prime minister of India. Okay, Jawaharlal Nehru managed the foreign policies of India as an external affairs minister, apart from being the prime minister as well. Hence, many times foreign policy of India is also called as a foreign policy of Nehru. Okay, we have to write that. Next, various international and national issues have influenced the foreign policy of India. Huh. It means what are the factors which influence on foreign policy of India. Here several factors which influence on the structure or shape of foreign policy of India. Okay. Here several factors which influence on foreign policy of India. Then what are the factors or issues which influence on foreign policy of India? Issues like national interests, geographical interests, political situation, economic interest, military issues, public opinion, international situation, and many other issues have influenced and shaped India's foreign policy. Okay, these are the factors or issues which influence on foreign policy of India. Okay, by considering all that factors, India's foreign policy are being prepared. Okay, by considering national interest, geographical interests, political situation, economic interest, military issues, public opinion, international situation, and many other issues have influenced and shaped the foreign policy of India. Means by considering factors, Indian foreign policy have been prepared. Okay. Next, about the basic aspects of India's foreign policy. It's very important. What are the basic aspects of India's foreign policy? Basic aspects of India's foreign policy. What are the basic aspects of foreign policy of India or Indian foreign policy? Okay, what are the basic aspects of India's foreign policy? First one, Panchashila principles. Second one, non-aligned movement. Third one, anti-imperialism. And fourth one, anti-apartheid policy. And fifth one, disarmament. These are the five basic aspects of India's foreign policy. Okay. First one, Panchashila principles. Principles. Second one, non-aligned movement. Non-aligned movement. Third, anti-imperialism. Fourth one, anti-apartheid policy. anti-apartheid policy, and fifth one, disarmament. Yes, disarmament. These are the five basic aspects of India's foreign policy. Okay, what are those? What are the basic aspects of India's foreign policy? Panchashila principles, non-aligned movement or NAM, short for NAM. NAM. Okay, NAM means sometimes in match the following. Sorry, in fill in the blanks or in multiple choice. Many times question arised on this. What is the full form of noun? Okay, noun means dash, non-aligned moment. Okay, the full form of noun is non-aligned moment. Next, third one, anti-imperialism. Fourth one, anti-apartheid policy, and fifth one, disarmament. These are the five basic aspects of India's foreign policy. Okay, this chapter completely depends on these five basic aspects. Okay, if we discuss about these five aspects, means chapter completes. Okay, so first see about Panchashila principles. Actually, I told you, Pancha means five, policy means rules, regulations, etc. India has its Panchashila. Indian foreign policy has its Panchashila principles. Okay, what are the Panchashila principles of India's foreign policy? See that first one. We are discussing about basic aspects of Indian foreign policy. See, first one, Panchashila principles. Though countries have their own social, economical, political, and cultural systems, they have always strived to foster healthy relationship with other countries. It means in order to have political relationship, economical relationship, social relationships, cultural relationships, trade and commerce relationships, we should have our own foreign policy. Okay, in order to have a healthy relationship with all countries. Okay, in order to have healthy relationship with other countries, it may be political relationship, economical relationship, social relationship, military relationship, etc. We should have our own foreign policy. Okay. Based on the similar lines, in 1954, both India and China accepted Panchashila principles to foster their international relationship. In 1954, in between India and China, an agreement took place. Okay, Panchashila agreement. In 1954, in between India and China, Panchashila agreement took place, or Panchashila principles are accepted by China. Okay, it's very important. In 1954, in between India and China, Panchashila principles an agreement took place. Okay, in that agreement, China accepted these Panchashila principles. Okay. In 1954, both India and China accepted Panchashila principles to foster their international relationship. Okay, by both the countries. It means in 1954, both the countries. It means India and China accepted Panchashila principles in order to have international relationship. Okay, in 1954, India and China accepted Panchashila principles in order to have international relationship. On that time, Jawaharlal Nehru was the Prime Minister of India and Zhou Enlai was the Premier of China. It's very important. Panchashila Agreement took place in between India's Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai. Okay, in 1954, Panchashila Agreement took place in between India's Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai. Okay, Zhou Enlai. Zhou Enlai. Zhou Enlai. Okay, in 1954, Panchashila Agreement took place in between India's first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai. Following are the important Panchashila principles of India. First one, respecting each country's sovereignty and regional interests. What is the first Panchashila principle? Respecting each other, respecting each other's sovereignty and regional interests. Okay, what is the first Panchashila principle? Respecting each other's sovereignty and regional interests. Second one, non-invasion of each other. It means each country should not attack on each other. Okay, both the countries. India should not attack on China, and China should not attack on India. Okay, as per the Panchashila principles, non-invasion of each other. Non-invasion of each other means both the countries should not attack each other. Third one, non-interference in each other's internal issues. Non-interference in each other's internal issues. It means in any matters, in any internal matters, China should not interfere, and in China's internal matter, India should not interfere. Okay, so non-interference in each other's internal issues. Okay, help both the countries help to each other and cooperate. Okay, India, it means India should help to China and China should help to India. Okay, and fifth one, peaceful coexistence. Peaceful coexistence. Okay, these are the five Panchashila principles of Indian foreign policy. Okay, first one, respecting each other's sovereignty and regional interests. Second one, non-invasion of each other, and third one, non-interference in each other's internal issues. Fourth one, mutual cooperation and respect. Fifth one, peaceful coexistence. These are the five Panchashila principles. Okay, these are the basic fine building blocks of India's foreign policy. It's very important. What are the basic fine building blocks of India's foreign policy? Panchashila principles. Okay. What are the basic fine building blocks? Okay. What are the basic building blocks of India's foreign policy? The basic fine building blocks of India's foreign policies are as follows. You write that five Panchashila principles. Okay. This is about first basic aspect, that is Panchashila principles. Okay. In the next class, we will discuss detailedly about NAM. It means non-aligned movement, anti-imperialism, anti-apartheid policy, and disarmament, and about disarmament. Okay. Before concluding today's class, I would like to give some questions. So, first one, define foreign policy, or what is foreign policy. You write anyone. Okay. Define foreign policy or what is foreign policy. And next one, why should a country have its own foreign policy? Okay, why should a country should have its own foreign policy? According to Jawaharlal Nehru, what is foreign policy? Next, what are the major aims of Indian foreign policy? Next one, why should, sorry, many a times the foreign policy of India is also called as foreign policy of Nehru. Why? Give reason. Okay, many a times foreign policy of India is also called as foreign policy of Nehru. Why? Give reason. Okay. Next one, when did Jawaharlal Nehru outline the foreign policy of India? When did Jawaharlal Nehru outline the foreign policy of India? Next, what are the factors which influence on the formation of foreign policy of India? Or what are the factors which influence on the shape of foreign policy of India? Okay. What are the factors which influence on the shape of foreign policy of. Next, what are the basic aspects of foreign policy of India? Next one, what are the Panchashila principles? What are the Panchashila principles? Or what are the basic fine building blocks of India's foreign policy? Okay. What are the basic fine building blocks of foreign policy of India? Okay. Write the answers and send in your personal WhatsApp group. Okay. Thank you guys. We will meet in next class.